Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's get into the MLB action that we have popping off here Thursday, May 8th. We'll get into the picks for the day as well as what I'll be on and recapping yesterday. We got a 9-game slate. We'll get through it pretty quickly, so make sure you all stick around to the end of the video. And if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us right here at TBM Sports. Same time each and every day. We do talk sports betting. Appreciate you guys all tuning in and following along. And as well as yesterday, getting it done in the win column. Little quick recap. We did hit our money line parlay of the day, plus 264. Got some luck there with the Yankees winning in extras as well as the Dodgers kind of having that late game explosion. That was 1-0 for quite some time. So shout out to the Dodgers getting that one done. And then obviously the Tigers, they needed extra innings as well. A little run line cash as well in the 10th inning. That we don't get that quite often, but it does set up from time to time that the road team can win by 2 in extras. But yeah, so that was that. The Yankees failed to get over 5.5, but we did cash within the Dodgers, or sorry, 4.5. The Dodgers did cash their plus money over team total. And then yeah, so a very profitable day. I'll take it. Baseball's tough sometimes, and you guys, I think I can tell when people start to fade away due to how many views I get, and it's a grind. We're going to grind out these units over 162 games. This is a long season, and if you don't have discipline betting baseball, that's where you're really going to get stung, because it's so easy just to have it on each and every day, and you're just like, well, today's the day. We're going to go all in. This isn't poker. It doesn't work that way. Yes, you can make some strong moves and convictions, but trust me, you grind out the advantages, the edges, short plus money prices, as well as some money lines that we do like in the favorites, favorite direction. You're just wise with your units. You will come out ahead at the end of the year betting baseball. Okay, but let's get into the picks today. We are going to use Outlier to do that. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and join us. It's completely free, guys. I get to see the numbers. 50% of the people who watch this video are not subscribed. I'm not asking you to, sign in blood. It's just a way to help out the channel and lets YouTube know that you like what I'm talking about. Okay. Anyways, let's get into it. The first game, Orioles and the Twins. Now, this is very important because the Orioles are absolute garbage, and they're even worse when they're on the road. Dean Kramer and Charlie Morton not going to get it done from where the Orioles were last year in their postseason aspirations. So it'll be interesting to see how long these guys are rocking with the O's here for this season, but Bear here, 4-1 on the season, 3.72 ERA. I do favor the Twins quite a bit. This is one of my best bets of the evening. We're going to come out right out the gate with it, okay? And this might be my favorite bet on the card. The Minnesota Twins on DraftKings, minus 110, okay, to not bat in the bottom of the 9th inning. That's one of my favorite ways to approach favorites. If you don't want to do that, I would probably lay the Minnesota Twins either on the run line at plus 150 or on the money line at a minus 144 price, and that would be a full. Usually when I do, I'll specify, but this would be one of the ones that I would do it. I would risk a 144 to win a unit. I would risk to win one unit. That's just how I would play it. Okay, but I will be betting them to not bat in the bottom of the 9th inning. Okay. And that's a minus 110 price, so got some value on that. And that's kind of similar to yesterday, right? How I recommended to take the I think it was the Dodgers over their run total versus the run line, because it was about 30 cents cheaper. And they usually do correlate a little bit. You will get sometimes a 3-1 game, and it'll kind of burn you, but it worked out and ended up being profitable yesterday and saving us some juice. Okay, Rangers and the Red Sox. Not going to get involved with this one outside of a very interesting way to go about this. I do want to kind of check on something real quick, because this is, just wanted to make sure. I'm kind of betting a no-name player. I want to see I forgot what team he was on. I thought he might have been on Texas, but no play for me in this game. I'm not fully trusting Leiter and Bayo coming off of his return, 2-0 on the season, 2.55 ERA. It's a very interesting kind of way you could go about this. This would be, for me, a lean on the Red Sox, but the Rangers have been a very sharp side on the road at times, and I think this is something where we could see that tonight. However, all of the money is on the Boston Red Sox money line and run line. So the Bo Sox look like the attractive play, probably the correct side. This is kind of how my process works. I'm not even going to consider this game. This is just off my radar. I don't think that there's that much of a advantage with the Red Sox over the Rangers in this game. So unless somebody knows something that I don't, this is a stay away play for me. And it is a earlier first pitch, 135, that we do get here in Fenway. White Sox and Royals. Bubic on the mound going against Martin. Martin's been pitching decent. These stats, game logs, I'm not going to really get into the fade trade for the White Sox because they have been playing some good baseball. They do score some runs, and the knock on the Royals is they do get in those funks where they don't score. But right now, this is a game where I kind of have to agree with the odds makers a little bit in the way that the handle is shaping up. I do favor looking in the direction of the Royals and the under. I will not get involved. I think that we look and kind of take in consideration the White Sox and their recent performances, and you can kind of really make your own conclusion, but it's not enough for me to lay minus 244 there on the Royals on the money line, okay? You can find a little better of a number, but the White Sox, 10-27 on the season, and the Royals, conversely, they've won 5 out of their last 5 money lines, and really kind of getting it done in that regard. But these aren't like they're just destroying people. And actually, I probably would even look into the direction of the Chicago White Sox because they dropped 3 straight to Chicago. So as KC goes for that 4-game sweep, these haven't been like just rampages offensively. It's 2-1, 4-3, and 3-0 in favor of the Kansas City Royals. So it does lend me to taking the under as well as getting involved with potentially a little Chicago. The plus 1.5 is very attractive at plus 100. That would be kind of how I would approach this game. I think that's a little bit better of an advantage than laying that full plus 205 money line because I think that the way the Royals do play these closer games, we do have the potential. Let's just cash a 6-5, 5-3, or 5-4 and get the heck out of Dodge. So I would lean, not a official bet, but I would lean White Sox plus 1.5, and we're not going to do that quite often, but I think this is one of those spots that I could see them kind of getting it done in that regard, okay? We are going to attack the first game of the Tigers-Rockies in the doubleheader, 3:10 first pitch. I do like the parlay that we laid yesterday. We're going to run it back without the New York Yankees, okay? I think that the Tigers, they got momentum after that kind of walk-off win on the road, demoralizing for the Rockies. I still think it's too cheap of a money line price. Minus 185 is the number we're going to get for this game. The first game, okay, 3:10 first pitch, Casey Mize on the bump going against 0-4 Kyle Freeland. And we're going to partner that up with Yamamoto and the Dodgers, okay? So give me the Dodgers and Tigers. Let's run back that parlay that we did yesterday. Dodgers continue to roll. They're going to start another winning streak, 25-12 on the season. It's going to be a great pitching matchup. Yamamoto going against Brandon Pfaadt. That's kind of where I look into the Dodgers bats really shining through. Okay, I trust them a little bit more. That's probably maybe my favorite game of the day. Will be the Dodgers Diamondbacks that we'll get a little bit later on, 9:40 first pitch. But that's where we get a money line parlay price plus 152. Let's continue to stack those units. Let's steal that one as we look for a little Tigers Dodgers cash. That's what I'm riding in terms of that. So that's one unit at plus 152. Next, let's get into the game that I do want to talk about. Philadelphia, okay, against the Tampa Bay Rays. This is a Jesus Luzardo. We're going to be backing him against Ryan Pepiot. I think that the Phillies have proved that they are playing some decent ball, and I do like Luzardo quite a bit. So we will lay him back the Phillies on the road, and we are going to take a little road run line here. I think this is a very good price, similar to what we saw, with the Minnesota Twins. Give me the Philadelphia Phillies here, minus 1.5 at plus 125. We're going to look to cash that one. I think that they're playing great offensively, and then also on the back end, really kind of holding it down. And I think that the Tampa Bay offense could be stifled a little bit by what Luzardo is going to do here on the road. So let's stay hot. Take the Phillies in this spot, minus 1.5 on the run line, okay? Next, we do have to talk about the second leg of the doubleheader between the Tigers and the Rockies. That may be I want to see how the first game goes, but that may be a overplay for me. We'll see who's pitching too. We'll see how the numbers adjust, but that won't be till a little later on, 6:10 Eastern first pitch. Probably a little bit later than that actually even. But anyways, the next games we're talking about, Cincy and the Braves, Lodolo going against Schwellenbach. I think for this game, you look into the Cincinnati Reds potentially on the money line, plus 152. Even if you want to look at the run line, plus 1.5 at minus 145. A little attractive as well, but no official play. And then the last game that we haven't talked about, Toronto and the Angels out there on the West Coast. This is a play where we're going to attack. I have a system for kind of fading players based on a couple metrics that I do kind of compile, and we're going to fade Addison Barger, okay? And a lot of you guys are like, who the hell is Addison Barger? Well, to answer your question, I don't know either, but he fits the criteria. We're going to fade his total bases, all right? So go under 0.5. This is just something where it's just sometimes baseball, hockey, are the two main sports that do this, but there's just too much going on, and sometimes the numbers are mishandicapped. And right now on Bet365, you can find plus 140 going under the total bases that he's only hit in 30% of his last 10 games. I think that we see this game going in the direction of an over, but I still think this is where value is. So we're going to go 1 unit on Addison Barger under 0.5 bases at plus 140. Okay, and he did cash that yesterday, going over that half, but looking forward to that continuation that we saw. 7 of the last 10 games where did not have a chance. Okay, so that's what we got going on. Appreciate you guys tuning in. That is my quick little rundown. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join us. Okay, here's a quick recap. Like I said, Addison Barger, we're gonna go under 0.5 bases. Okay, 0.5 bases at plus 140. We're gonna run back a Dodgers, Tigers, moneyline parlay, plus 152. Minnesota, minus 110 to not bat in the 9th inning. And then we're going to take the Philadelphia Phillies there on the run line at plus 125. So nice card. Couple leans along the way as well. 9 games, get out of Dodge and start off these weekend series. Yeah, good luck with your picks. Let me know what you guys will be betting down below in the comments. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you all tomorrow in the next video. Cheers.